I was standing in the living room facing my dad and Madison. The air felt thick, suffocating. My dad had just delivered his ultimatum, his voice sharp and final. You are suspended from this family until you apologize to your sister. I looked at Madison. She stood behind him, tears streaming down her face, the perfect picture of a victim. I had seen this performance before. 23 years. That is how long I had lived in this house. 23 years of being invisible, of sacrificing, of hoping that one day they would see me. I looked at my dad, the man who used to be my hero now, just a stranger wearing a familiar face, and then something shifted inside me. No anger, no pain, just a strange, calm clarity. Freedom was standing right in front of me, and all I had to do was reach for it. I looked at my dad, then at Madison with her fake tears, and I said the two words that would change everything. All right. Before I tell you what happened next, I want to know, where are you watching from? Drop your city in the comments. If you have ever felt like the forgotten child in your own family, hit that like button. You are not alone. And subscribe, because what I did after walking out that door, well, let us just say my dad never saw it coming. Let me take you back to where it all started so you understand why those two words were the beginning of the end for them. I was 12 years old when my mom died. Cancer took her in 6 months, start to finish. Before that, we were happy. Mom, Dad, Madison, and me. We did everything together. Homework at the kitchen table, movie nights on Fridays, camping trips in the summer. Mom made sure everything was fair. If Madison got a new toy, I got one too. If I had baseball practice, she made sure to attend Madison's dance recital. We were a team. The day Mom died, Dad held both of us. He looked at me, his oldest, and made a promise. We will get through this together, son. We are a team. I believed him. I trusted him. I had hope. But after the funeral, something broke inside my dad. He changed. All his attention shifted to Madison. She is so young, he would say. She needs me more. I understood. Madison was only 9. I was 12, almost a teenager. I could handle myself. So I tried to grow up faster. I learned to cook simple meals. I did my own laundry. I helped around the house without being asked. I thought I was helping. I thought if I could just be strong enough, Dad would not have to worry about me. But the divide grew wider with every passing month. Madison wanted new clothes. She got them. She wanted the latest phone. Done. She wanted to go on trips with her friends. Dad paid for everything. Meanwhile, I had to ask permission to buy textbooks for school. I started working odd jobs at 14, mowing lawns, delivering newspapers, just to have money of my own. Madison never lifted a finger around the house. I cooked dinner most nights. I cleaned the bathrooms. I did the laundry for all 3 of us. When I finally asked Dad why things were so uneven, he looked at me like I had said something offensive. You are the older brother, Albert. You should understand. She lost her mother. We all did. I wanted to scream. But I swallowed the words and went back to work. High school made everything worse. I maintained a 3.8 grade point average. I was in the honor society. I played varsity baseball. But when it came time to talk about college, Dad shrugged. Maybe you can get a scholarship, he said. He never helped me research schools. Never sat down to fill out financial aid forms. Never asked what I wanted to study. Madison, meanwhile, was getting average grades at best, but Dad had already started a college fund for her. He talked about it openly at dinner. We need to make sure Madison has opportunities, he would say right in front of me like I was not even there. At 17, I was working 2 part-time jobs. One at the grocery store stocking shelves before school. Another at a restaurant washing dishes on weekends. I gave money to Dad every month to help with family expenses. He never said thank you. He took the cash like it was expected, like I owed it to him. Madison spent money like water, new makeup, concert tickets, dinners out with friends. She never asked where it came from. She never wondered why we could afford her lifestyle. I tried talking to Dad one more time. I was careful choosing my words gently. I just think maybe things could be more balanced. Maybe Madison could get a part-time job too. Maybe I could save some money for my own future. Dad exploded. Are you jealous of your own sister? That is pathetic, Albert. Grow up. I stopped trying after that. I swallowed every hurt, every disappointment, every moment of invisibility. I kept working, kept giving, kept hoping that someday, somehow it would matter. College never happened for me. I could not afford it even with the scholarships I earned. Instead, I went full-time at the local hardware store. I worked my way up to assistant manager by the time I was 21. Madison went to college with the fund Dad had built. Except most of that fund was actually my money, the cash I had given for family expenses over the years. I never said anything. I thought at least my sister would have chances I never got. At least someone in this family would succeed. For 4 years, Madison came home every month with new problems. Her apartment rent was late. Her car needed repairs. Her credit card bill was too high. She had emergency expenses that were never really emergencies. And every single time Dad turned to me, "Can you help out this month, Albert? Just until I catch up?" I always helped. I always gave up my own plans. The small house I wanted to buy postponed. The night classes I wanted to take canceled. My own life on hold indefinitely. By the time I turned 25, I was exhausted. I still lived at home, still gave most of my paycheck to cover family expenses. Madison had graduated college, but could not hold down a steady job. She was still living off Dad, which really meant living off me. I was tired in a way that sleep could not fix, but I kept hoping. One day, I told myself, one day this will all make sense. One day they will see what I have done for them. That day never came. Instead, everything fell apart. It was a Friday night. I came home after a 12-hour shift at the hardware store. My feet ached. My back was sore. All I wanted was a hot shower and maybe some leftover pizza. But Madison was on the sofa, her face red and puffy. Dad was on the phone, pacing back and forth, his voice tense and worried. I dropped my keys on the counter. "What is going on?" Madison whipped around. "None of your business. You always stick your nose where it does not belong." Dad covered his phone. "Albert, not now. Madison is going through something." I felt that familiar tightness in my chest. The same feeling I had been swallowing for 13 years. I walked to my room without another word. 3 days later, I got a phone call at work. Mr. Peterson, the owner of the restaurant where Madison used to work part-time during college. His voice was strained. "Albert, do you know where Madison is? She owes us $3,000. My stomach dropped. What are you talking about?" he explained slowly, like he was trying to stay patient. Madison had been borrowing money from the cash register for 6 months. Small amounts at first, then larger. She kept promising she would pay it back, but she never did. Now she was not returning calls. If she did not pay within 1 week, Mr. Peterson would have to file a police report. I could barely breathe. $3,000, 6 months of theft, and nobody had told me. That night I confronted Madison. I found her in her room, scrolling through her phone, completely unbothered. "We need to talk." "About what?" "About Mr. Peterson. About the $3,000 you stole." Her face went white, then red. "I was going to pay it back. I just needed the money for 4 things. "What things, Madison? What did you spend $3,000 on?" She did not answer. She just started crying. Loud, dramatic sobs. And right on cue, Dad appeared in the doorway. "What is going on here, Albert? Why are you making your sister cry?" I explained everything. "Mr. Peterson. The stolen money. The police threat." Dad went quiet. For a moment I thought he might actually hold Madison accountable. But then he sighed, rubbed his face, and looked at me. "We will figure it out. Madison made a mistake, but she is family." Then came the question I should have seen coming. "Can you lend her the money just this once?" Blood roared in my ears. I had been saving for 3 years. $5,000. It was supposed to be my escape fund. My chance to finally move out and start my own life. Now Dad wanted me to give more than half of it to Madison to clean up her mess, to save her from consequences she had earned. I handed over $3,000 the next day. I watched my dreams shrink from $5,000 to $2,000. Madison never said thank you. She never even looked guilty. Dad did not acknowledge what I had done. It was just expected. Albert fixes things. Albert pays. Albert sacrifices. That is how it works. 1 week later, I saw Madison carrying a designer handbag. It was sleek, expensive-looking, with gold hardware that caught the light. "Where did you get that?" "It was on sale, and I deserved something nice after all the stress." The bag had cost nearly $1,000. I looked it up online that night. While I had given away my future to save her, she was shopping. While I worked 12-hour shifts, she was buying luxuries. I felt something crack inside me, but I still did not break. Not yet. A month passed. I was checking my bank account one morning before work when I saw something that made my heart stop. Someone had used my credit card information. Charges totaling $2,000. Online shopping sites, restaurants, bars. All the transactions lined up perfectly with Madison's recent posts on social media. She had borrowed my card once before to order takeout when she forgot her wallet. She must have saved the information. I felt sick. That was it. Every last dollar I had saved. Gone. That night, I came home, ready for the truth. Madison was in the kitchen making herself a smoothie like nothing was wrong. We need to talk about my credit card. What about it, the $2,000 you charged to it? Her face twisted with instant outrage. I never touched your card. You are always trying to blame me for everything. I pulled out my phone, showed her the bank statement. The dates matched her social media posts exactly. Dinner at an expensive steakhouse, she had posted a photo. Shopping spree at the mall, tagged location and everything. The evidence was irrefutable. Dad walked in and Madison immediately started crying. He is attacking me. He has always been jealous of me, and now he is making up lies. I showed Dad the proof, the statements, the matching dates, the clear pattern. He looked at the evidence for maybe 5 seconds before turning to me, his face dark with anger. How dare you accuse your sister like this? You owe her an apology. Something snapped. After everything. After every sacrifice, every dollar, every moment of my life I had given to keep this family afloat. After being invisible for 13 years, he still chose her. He would always choose her. I am not apologizing. She stole from me, Dad. $2,000. His face turned a deeper shade of red.